All right, guys, what's up? We've got another Warhammer book review today. This one is from the Heresy. So this is a 30K era book, and actually it is the most recent Primarchs special edition. I have all of the others, but I decided to do this one first because it is Lion L. Johnson, Lord of the First. So this is the First Legion Primarch, and though he was not discovered first, that would be Horus, he was discovered 11th. I still figured as Lord of the First, he should be the first book review to do, and also it's the most recent one of the Primarchs series that was just released the other day by Games Workshop. So we're going to move around the box. This is actually not a book. This is a box, and the book is inside here. So we're gonna move through the box first, and then we'll take a look at the book inside. And these boxes, all of the Primarch special editions have this style of box. It's a dark gray vinyl. It's supposed to be kind of leathery, and it's got some texture to it, just very lightly textured. You can see how the light catches it a little differently, but it's very smooth, has a soft feel to it, and it allows them to do some really nice stuff with embossing and debossing around the cover. The textures are deep, and they are they're clear, right? Like this debossed section it's obvious, and it's consistent, and it's tactile. You know, you can actually feel it very well, and there are no fuzzy areas or anything like that, or where it's going to wear down very easily. It would take a lot to wear down the debossing. It's a deep deboss on the book. So if you go around, it has this border that's created for the Dark Angels. It's got the Dark Angels whatever symbol in the four corners, and then it's got some other symbols here. One for the First Legion. It's got this six-pointed star, which is all kind of funky, and it's got some different company. I think they're company markings here, and of course the lion over the sword with the wings is the Dark Angels. They've gone with a red filigree. Now the Dark Angels are not red. Their colors are green and white, really. But they've gone with the red filigree for the book. I think filigree is the right word. If not, we're going with it, or I'll call it an inlay, because these are all, this is actually textured. All of the red is on a debossed section of the cover. So going over it, there is a texture difference on all of this. Moving around the side of the box, as shown before, we have Lion L. Johnson, Lord of the First, and of course we have the two logos of the Dark Angels. Moving around to the back, it's the Horus Heresy Primarchs Series. Again, we've got the same border that's on the front, and a quote. It says, "We are as the Emperor made us, weapons created for this bloody time, and as weapons we can ask nothing more of him than that." So that is the quote from the back of the box. Again, not the back of the book there. Let's go ahead and open it up. One thing I want to point out is this is a magnetic flap cover. Come on. It's got a nice little click to it when it catches in. So it actually does keep the box well sealed, which is kind of nice. So it doesn't just fall apart when you put it on a shelf. Opening it up, of course, we've got the cover art of the book. This is number 447 of 2500. You've got the lion himself here, surrounded by some of the Dark Angels of the First Legion, up on the walls of a castle on Caliban, presumably. This would have been before the destruction of Caliban, so long time ago. If you don't know the story, one day I'll probably do some videos about the actual stories of the different Primarchs and stuff like that. They're really cool, but he was a on this world which was kind of medieval and feudal in its hierarchy and civilizational structure, and they had knightly orders, and he quickly rose to prominence as a very powerful knight, and then ended up kind of running the whole planet and being the leader of the knightly orders along with his mentor Luther. We're not going to get in too much to that, but so that's why you're going to see a bunch of knightly standards, why you're going to see a lot of shields and traditional looking swords, and a lot of just knightly adornments on there, included in the Dark Angels art. Moving to the book itself, it is here. It's got the same art. This is a nice matte finish, just like the box. I'm glad they didn't do glossy on the outside of the book. It would smudge and get fingerprints all over it, and that would be annoying. This one is actually pretty resistant to that sort of issue. It's got the same red inlay, but the difference here is it's got a canvas spine. It's not, they didn't go with the vinyl or the leather on the book itself. Just for the printed art pieces, kind of on that vinyl-y texture, but the spine is canvas. It's got the same red inlay or filigree as I was calling it before. On the side here, it says Lionel Johnson, Lord of the First, but here it does have the Black Library logo as opposed to 2 of the Dark Angels. So around the back is just more of the art that you can see. It's the same, it's just the same thing. Moving inside the book, this one is different than the Horus Heresy Special Edition in a couple ways. One, and most annoying, that I didn't notice until today, getting ready for this video, is they're not signed. They did not sign the Primarch books, which drives me nuts, because I have all of these and just for some reason thought it was signed, even though it wasn't. Never even occurred to me to check. So that's frustrating. Now I'll have to go hunt these guys down to get them signed, which will be irritating. Anyway, so we've got some Dark Angels art just on the inside cover. But the other major difference is that there isn't any other art. There are no dedicated art pages in the book as there were in the Horus book. There's not a section of specific art pictures. So one thing I forgot to mention is the edging of the pages is done in the same red shiny color that the filigree or inlay is. So it's a nice touch, and it has a black bookmark ribbon. Like I said, all the special editions do have a bookmark ribbon in them. This one is black. So they've gone with the black and red. And again, it looks good on the book, but it doesn't have anything to do with the Dark Angels. I wish they would have used more of their colors in this. So as you can see, the pages, similar to the Horus, they're thick stock pages. These are not thin pieces of paper. They're not faded or weakly printed. They're very bold, good contrast on the colors, or from the page to the text, I should say. And the text itself is very clear. It's not densely populating the page. There's a lot of margin space. So they've bulked out the story by giving you plenty of white space on the page, or bulked out the page count, I should say. But it is really nicely done. All of the pages look good. And that's that. And the book, it sits down pretty well because of how the spine is organized. It's nicely put together. You don't have to worry that you're going to be creasing the outer spine of the book. You don't have to worry that it's going to come unglued or anything because you're sitting down reading it. It comes apart quite nicely. So other than that, there's not really much else to say. This review is fairly short because there's just not much to the book other than the craftsmanship of the book and box themselves. There's just no additional art or anything like that to really explore. But that's about it, guys. I guess I'll wrap it up, but I wanted to share with you what these special edition Primarch books are like. This one is the like I said, Lionel Johnson is the Lord of the First for the First Legion Dark Angels. we'll be going through the other ones. If you like these book reviews, please like, subscribe, and share. And we've got other nerdy stuff to do too as well. So thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you guys have a good day. Peace.